from a mile. Oh, right.
How far can you smell the evolved?
Oh, well, you could smell it. Like, yeah. I mean, for me, I'm fine, but oh, jeez. I don't know, Matty. Well, at least I got urine in my cup. Like it.
Okay, everybody brought some. Oh, Dario, how long can you stay?
About an hour and a half.
No problem. So we'll either keep going with class or we'll just end it. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Two exciting things I've got to share right now. One is I just posted a meme of a guy holding an enema bag with a tube in the back of his pants. And yeah, I come up with this weird stuff. And I'm asking people to write a caption for the cartoon.
Alrighty then. Okay.
All right. The other thing is there's a guy out in where is he? Wisconsin. I forget where he is. We're co-writing children's books on urine therapy.
Right on. Excellent.
And when I posted, I knew I was over the target because there was a guy came out and says, "You should not present that to the children. That's way too young." I said, you really don't know what you got yet.
No kidding. Jeez. They were born with urine, amniotic fluid. My goodness.
That's what built our fetus, our baby body.
Exactly. Everybody should be drinking their own urine.
I agree. And we're moving into that paradigm shift as we speak. So, would someone like to offer a morning prayer?
Leave it to you, Araya.
Me? Okay. Bless our healing water with peace, love, health, strength, and abundance. May it heal our bodies and give us vitality.
Excellent.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So, you guys have any questions from last week?
I have no question. I'm just still learning all about this stuff. I'm reading all kinds of books, so yeah. So I got no question. Well, I have a question about homeopathic remedies, and I know in the book "The Perfect Medicine" by
Martha
Christie, she has a little thing about how to prepare it. I'm thinking, is it really that easy?
Mm-hmm.
It's like 5 steps and it's done. You shake it 50 times and that's it. Like, well, you have it 2 or 3 times, and after that, that's done.
It's done. The whole idea is the strength comes in a percentage of the liquid, not the full liquid. This is the teachings from flower remedies and Bach flower remedies and folks out in England. They came up with homeopathy.
By shaking it. So that's what's key, right? By shaking it.
Well, first you get the dilution where you want it, then you shake it. So that suspends it. It suspends it in the liquid.
Okay.
That's up to you. And there's a chapter in my book that talks about it.
Right. Yeah. I've been reading your book too, so.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, can anybody name one of the Shivambu wisdoms?
Hold on here. Hold on, jeez.
Araya?
What's an example?
It's a tonic. It's a rejuvenated tonic.
Well, that's describe it what it is. We're talking about its key components.
Its key components of Shivambu.
Number one, it's an intuitive elixir.
And it's an alchemical process. I'm not sure how to say that.
It transforms, sterilizes, neutralizes everything it touches. All right, including our relatives. Saturation dosing is the including of the topicals with the oral, so you can get more maximum delivery to whatever system you're wanting to direct it to.
Right.
This works regardless of our considerations. There's no dogma, there's no rules, there's nothing you have to like adhere to. It's so simple. And it works, doesn't matter what gender, what age, what state of health, what species you use. It's still that powerful, that effective.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an amazing therapy. Yeah, I should have got onto it like 30 years ago when I first learned about 8-year-olds urine. It's like, wow. Anyways,
how long have you been doing it, Darius? How long have you been doing it?
I've been doing it only for 2 months.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I learned about it, because I learned Ayurvedic medicine in my 20s and in my late 20s, and I read about it. I got all the books on Ayurveda, and it's like, I didn't bother thinking about, urine, right? And it's mostly because, back then I was more green. Now I'm more mature, right? That
Yellow.
yeah, I was yellow, right? You know, and even in my 20s, I thought I knew everything, but as I grew older, I know nothing. My
Yeah.
wisdom goes down, but my wisdom goes up. There's a bit of contradiction there, but yeah. So, anyways, what this?
Oh, good.
I
Welcome back.
still,
Yeah,
yeah.
Go
but
ahead.
how to hear this?
Yeah, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I still think I know a lot right now. I'm getting there to where I know that I don't know that much, but yeah, it's been like 6 months for me. I've been practicing UT every day.
That's
Every
that's
day.
somewhere to go. Somebody posted on social media yesterday. Is it okay to do this every day? I said, that's what most people do.
Do you drink
Yeah.
water every single day? Yeah. So drink your urine
Your Shivambu.
or your Shivambu or your liquid golden water, right? And whatever that you want to
I
call it.
haven't drank water and yeah, like I haven't drank water this whole time, the 6 months.
There you go.
Just yeah, watermelon.
That's water with minerals.
Yeah.
And here
Feels
we
like
get
I'm
a lot of
eating
coconut
though.
water.
Nice.
Lots of coconut water. So, you got your books?
No.
If you
Yeah.
do, get it. If you don't, get it. If you don't get it, you don't got it.
Nancy, could you give my book, Shivambu?
So one of the things where, hold on a sec. I'm going to test my pH again. I've been showing this demonstration a lot. I got to get some more pH strips. I've also got, let's do this. I want to test camel urine. Did I
How
tell
are
you
you
I have
gonna do that?
Hold
You
on.
do.
Camel in the backyard. No, Doc Mike sent me 2 ounces.
Oh, well, that's nice of him.
Yeah, well, he just started importing it from a camel farm here in the United States. Yeah, that's some good stuff. This is
He's
camel urine.
got
This is
the
January
hookup.
24. All right, so we're going to test the pH. And this stuff is so powerful, all you need is drops. You just need drops. Tastes like camel piss.
Yum.
Darius, I've got 2-year-old camel urine.
Okay.
And I'm going to test the pH because I've been wanting to do that.
What do camels eat? Sand?
Camels eat whatever the camel caregiver gives them. I don't know. Grains,
Yeah.
carbohydrates. I have no clue.
They drink the sun.
All right. So what would you guess this is going to measure at when I test this? This is camel urine.
Neutral.
Oh, alkaline. Yeah. They're probably like higher up, like 8.
8. Darius, what's your guess?
7.2.
7.2. Let's find out. Ding, 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 ding. It's the first time I've tested. Oh my God. Woohoo! Look at that. Deep green.
12. Oh.
Now let's find it on the chart. That is a 10.
Yeah, I tested my rabbits and it was the highest, but mine only went to 8. Yeah, I knew it was gonna be high.
Oh my goodness. I got to tell Doc Mike. I'm leaving that
Nice.
one out. I'm leaving that one out so he can go, yep, told you.
Yeah,
Anyway, so
herbivores are
let's
like far more alkaline.
they're more alkaline, and the Bedouin priests and the people out in Saudi Arabia that have been doing camel urine, camel dung, camel milk, honor their camels as much as the sacred cow in India. And so these guys thrive off going long distances with a camel because the camel is nourishing and healing them.
Mm.
Who knew? Maybe there's more to the camel than we knew.
Wait a second. They carry the water in their camel humps, but does that come out their urine? I mean, they
What,
don't have like a dolphin's hole. They like shoot
Yeah.
out extra water for people. I don't
are
know.
you are you saying that the urine came out of the hump?
Yeah,
Water.
well, that's what I'm saying because I know that they hold extra water in their humps. I heard this so long ago. I could be incorrect, but
Yeah. And that they don't drink the water, right? Because they have the water in the hump. So the
The
water.
water is not the hump is not the bladder.
Yeah. Yeah.
no, I know that. But I guess it would come out through their urine stored from the hump.
Or however the plasma gets through to the kidneys to be filtered.
Yeah.
Because some people think, and I was puzzled with this one for years, if I'm drinking my Urine and Urine is a diuretic, or if I'm drinking, yeah, how is it that I have to pee so soon or so often? Does it go all the way through the system, out through and get refiltered, and then it becomes water again? Or is it pushed through the water that's already stored, that's on its way into the bladder, and that's how it plays out?
The second one.
The second one. Okay.
I don't know.
We're explorers, so we learn as we go.
Is that the first time you tried the camel?
First time I've ever tested it.
Nice.
Um,
Well, we're here with you. Make sure you're okay. You'll be good.
well, I should have tested now I had cow urine from India. They call it their gomutra. And you can buy this stuff online. They sell piss online. I mean, the guys in India, the guys in Saudi Arabia. Anyway, a friend of mine was hanging out with a breatharian, Elatom, and she decided to ship me. Uh, it was a pint size. No, it was 8-ounce size of cow urine, gomutra. Well, I opened it up and took a big sniff of that stuff, and I threw me back and go, my God, that smells like a barn, the floor of a barn. This is like all the animals peed here. And then I took a drink of it, and I go, oh, that tastes like the floor of a barn. So I stopped drinking it. I used it topically, and that was it.
It's daring. Yeah. I would stick to topically.
Yeah, these guys from India, they have a different mindset and a different association than I do with the animal piss.
They
But
know the animal.
you can't go wrong, okay?
Yeah.
Urine is universal. It's universal. Okay, does anybody have any input or anything they want to say to this class about the value of taking Orin up the nose? Why do you think people sniff, snort, drink, shot, do whatever they can to get it up their nose?
It's good for the. I think good for the whole system.
And to decalcify their pineal gland.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I feel like it would just happen naturally if we were all like in the ocean more and natural waters playing around. It would just happen naturally.
Yes, and I like your vision for another paradigm. And for now, we have the ability to manually bring Orin up the nose. You've got 5 sinus cavities, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bing, 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 bing. Most people say theirs are dehydrated. But sniffing up the nose has proven to hydrate and moisten those areas for people, and as well as eliminate excess mucus.
Mm-hmm.
So as you're drinking up the nose, there's a muscle here. You know, when you go to clear your throat and you want to clear out your nose, you go, right? If you try that, you'll feel that muscle right there. Come on, let's all do it. It's like a reverse pig sound.
Exactly.
I gotta have fun today. All right. So that muscle is what you're going to use to pull the liquid not only up across the blood-brain barrier as it makes its way up to the brain, but there's a passageway behind the mouth that meets the liquid in the throat. So when you take it up here, it doesn't go through the mouth, it goes behind it and ends up in the throat. You with me so far?
Yeah.
So people talk about clarity of mind. People talk about having more access to visions and insights and epiphanies and understandings of things because their pineal gland is being decalcified. And of all the things that people sold over the years that they claim was used to decalcify, this does it. So I
Are
won't brand.
you,
What?
sorry, are you able to do it with Evolved yet, or is that still like too harsh?
I could, but I usually dilute it so I don't have the sting.
Yeah, I tried an enema with Evolved. I had to dilute it. It was the sting, yeah,
It
too
was a
harsh.
sting in the tushy. Yeah.
Yeah, pain in the butt.
Is there any side effect by using the evolved urine for what you're suggesting,
For enemas or for nose?
or for either one?
The side effect is detoxification and regeneration.
Or even with it's stinging too much, it doesn't matter, right? No.
No, that's just a mental hurdle.
We're just to make sure.
That's just a mental association we have because it's not considered comfortable.
Right. Right. Okay.
And it's like same people who put aged urine in their eyes. Well, I don't do that anymore.
Don't do it.
It stings, it burns, and
Yeah.
even though it lasts like 3 to 5 seconds, it seems like to go on forever when you're in pain.
Okay.
And then some people just they're like,
Mine
"Oh,
lasts,
bite the bullet." What?
no, mine lasted like all night. I had to scrape stuff out throughout the night.
Uh-huh.
It was like I maced myself and it's just like I needed to just close my eyes like all day.
Are you using any water or something to neutralize?
No, I did the Evolve, but I didn't know that's what was causing it, so I kept doing it. I thought it was something else. And I was like, let me spray more in to help it because that's what's going to heal it. And then it just got too intense.
Okay. Did you learn your lesson?
Yeah.
Great. All right, we can check that one off. So there's a picture of Samuel G. Cohen, and he was my influence and mentor. And his influence is Kelly Ra Saliba. And the two of them are back together in England. And they are still doing live videos of them drinking out of a glass, uh, something that looks like a wine bottle or a carafe. And they'll drink Orin, they'll drink coconut water, they'll drink carrot juice up the nose, they've known to drink wine up the nose. And these guys are yoga teachers and yoga enthusiasts. So they know what's going on up here. And until you've accessed this intelligence zone or region up here, how will you know what you're capable of doing?
Do they get drunk when they snort wine?
Well, what I wanted to ask him, and I don't know if I did, is this organic sulfide-free wine without the chemicals that are in the barrel of the wine barrel? That would have been a good question.
There's only 4 wineries in the world that are chemical free. Only 4 wineries, and only one of them is in BC.
Okay, so maybe they have access.
All the wines are full of sulfates.
Okay, well, it would be an interesting question to ask because how I interpret these things is if you're clear and you're present and you're fully, articulate and tracking and functional, why would you want to enhance yourself?
Yeah, exactly. It would just make you more like foggy, if anything. I like the clear-minded. If I do anything else, it just brings me down.
Well, yeah. It can't, you're already at this consciousness or at this place of awareness. And those things like when you're fasting, like I did a 3-day watermelon fast during the 4th of July. And nothing would have made it any better. Not coffee, not sugar, not cannabis, none of that. It would just been dent or the awareness would start to drop. And that's something that I've been practicing for years. I noticed this years and years ago, that if you're in a situation and you're not sure of a situation, and there may be some questionable characters in a crowd or whatever it is, and your spider senses aren't sharp and you're not picking up red flags, then you dulled your senses and your awareness.
Yeah.
And in 2025, we need to be sharp.
Yeah, I experimented with like acid when I was younger, and people do it to like get more in touch with spirit and stuff. But now I'm at a point, it's just like I don't need that anymore. I could do that through meditation. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You already got LSD in you. It's in the
Yeah.
Contemplating
The DMT.
Yeah.
Contemplating about urine and to yourself, right? Like you have this liquid come out of your body.
Yeah.
That's what people should be meditating on, whether you're meditating on it with your eyes open or with your eyes closed, right? Like for me at least, it's so powerful when I think about that, right? Because from my whole life, it was always a waste product, but now it's like it's complete opposite of that, right? So I contemplate on what that means. So I was at the washroom when I was playing bowling with Matsy an hour ago, and I was peeing. I'm like, man, all this flushing out of this, all this urine. It's great if I can drink it. And again, I'm just contemplating all that, right? Just and yeah, I mean, the words don't are not exactly the best way to explain it because this is a very gross way to explain it using language, but yeah, I mean, it's just amazing. Just urine on its own. Just think about that. Like, there's God. There's my creator right here in my urine. There it is. You know what I mean? Like,
What you're drinking is what was once life-giving plasma.
right.
Filtered over a million times. You're drinking blood, buddy. She's drinking blood. We're drinking blood.
I'm really drinking blood right now. It's that time of my moon blood, the month. Yeah.
So
it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Shouldn't
So
be scared of it.
A lot of it has to do with our perception of what this water is, or our misperception. Example I have is I do house call reflexology treatments here on Hawaii. And this woman was talking about she's got to get an elbow surgery. You might have seen me posted this. She said she's going to get an elbow surgery. I said, you know what? If you start rubbing urine on your elbow, you may not have to go in for surgery on Thursday. This was like on Sunday. And then I give her a copy of my book, Healing Water from Within. I'm starting to teach it about it. And she says, would you like some soap to wash off your hands after? Because I said, is it okay if I pee around the back of the house? She said, oh, pee anywhere you want because they have 3 acres, fruit trees everywhere. So I come back. She says, oh, you peed around the back. Would you like some soap to wash off your hands? I said, my hands couldn't be any cleaner.
Yeah. But even that on its own, it's like people look at you weird, right?
They're going to look at you however they look at you, and it's not us to even stop to teach how they look at us.
Yeah.
What they don't know, they don't know. We're onto something.
Yeah.
So the writing here is from Samuel Cohen. And I just want to read a little bit from him just to invite him into our class today. I guess it's on page 104 in your book. Really?
Yes. Yeah, 104.
All right. Thank you. Your best health ever may be a mere change of mind and a willingness to trust the success of many who are drinking urine through the nose and can testify to the benefits and healings. This is how to teach others to overcome their resistance. Meditate on nose drinking. Take deep breaths. Take baby steps. After dipping a finger in your urine, stick it up your nose and sniff it or snort it deeply. See, that's part of the baby steps for getting to know it. For some people, just the first step is to smell it. And for me, sometimes smelling my urine is like doing a pH strip. I can tell what I'm eating right. It should have a lovely smell, a nice aroma. And before you even take it in, you brought in the essence into your head. All right. Then then you can dip, and then you can snort, and then you can do all that stuff. So drinking through the nose, next page. It forms a unique way of life designed to awaken the brain, activate the third eye, change the practitioner into a new being, a being who's way above what they have been known to be by the wider population. We read that Taoists in India used the same method with urotherapy. Yet it was Kelly Ra, his teacher, who has discovered this technique in a bathroom in London in year 2000. All right, most people, if you say he found it in the bathroom, might have a negative association, but it happens to be 4 walls and some plumbing, and and he figured it out. And now, 20 years later, what we came to learn is the option of ingesting fresh or mature urine opens up a whole dimension uncharted to any extensive degree. Then they combine it with a type of meditation, kundalini, and yoga to nourish the nervous system, awaken the chakras, within the spinal column of the central channel. So he goes on and on about he weaves spiritual practices in with just not just doing the Orin. And sometimes while they're demonstrating and drinking it, they have chanting going on in the background. So to them, it's just like not a bunch of wannabe guys just playing pretend. This is the real serious deal for them. And so how you approach your water and how you approach your life and how you approach your lifestyle can be as sacred as you want it to be. So it'll mean a lot more for you than just going through the motions, which is different than people who swallow a vitamin or whatever they're doing. So here's a little bit more from him, and then we'll go on. To simply just throw away your urine in a toilet when your vehicles are quietly aging, dehydrating, literally drying out is a shame. As a result, bottom page 107. As a result, the body has to remanufacture itself, which can be put to use in self-healing and increasing one's well-being. Once we begin drinking urine every day through the mouth and the nose, including massaging it in the skin, our circulation heightens, skin appears and feels younger and smoother, plus our hair feels deeply nourished. Any questions about this before we go a little bit deeper into nose drinking? Have you guys tried it?
Oh, yeah.
And what method of inserting it up the nose do you use?
I've got the syringe. I'm not that good at it yet. Yeah, that one. So like most of it comes back out my nose, but some does drip down the throat a little bit. I'm able to let that happen.
From our sponsors at Nasaline, we tell you about it's a 60 milliliter soft syringe with a plunger. That's it. All right. So you fill it up, point it at the nose, let her rip. Don't mean to offend anybody with that word. Let let it rip and point and go.
60 mil all the way up, one shot.
Do you
Well,
hold the other nostril closed? Sorry, 2 questions at once.
that's okay. What's question number 1? Oh, do I?
Oh, I thought Darius just asked the question.
Yeah, it takes about 3 seconds.
And then do you hold the other nostril while you do it up the other?
You could.
Because I hold it and then inhale a little bit when I do it.
Okay, so you're directing it to go up just one nostril.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would suggest you alternate noses and give yourself at least 2 applications so that you clean out excess mucus and dehydration in both sides.
Oh yeah. No, I do both sides. But I was just saying like I'll hold one side while I do the other. Otherwise it just kind of goes everywhere.
Yeah, it sounds perfect. It also sounds similar to when we do alternative nadi breathing. Ever heard of that? Alternative nose.
No. Oh yeah, there's one guy that's like sniff 8 times like
Well,
that's
it's a different count. Some people count it and some people just take it to the maximum, inhale on that one side and then exhale the same side and then they flip and do the other side. There's a yoga teacher here in Kauai. I like to go study. I like studying with him in the morning, and he leads a breathing group where you're not only going back and forth, but then you eventually turn it into rapid fire breath, where you're doing real fast breathing through the nose,
Yeah.
then through the mouth. And after a while, you're lighter than air. You lose your sense of physicality, and things clear up. So yeah, you can do that. You can close off one side if you want.
Yeah, they say the left nostril is cooling. So if you inhale through the left, it will like cool you down. And then the other one will like warm you up. I don't know.
Yep, that makes sense. Now, there's other things that people use for nose drinking, and nothing is more effective as uh, either the pump, drinking straight out of a glass. I mean, there's other ways, but a lot of people think that if they're using a neti pot, they're getting the job done. But all this really does is it cleans from one nostril to another. Some people said they were able to, as they're bringing up one nostril, make a sharp sniff and get some in there, but you're not going to get as much in there unless you're going to use one of these other devices. Okay? You also can grab your nebulizer, and you can do nebulized version of Orin up the nose. I mean, it's vapor. It may get some of it across the blood-brain barrier. It's not the same as liquid, but it's another alternative for guys who are still a little bit intimidated by drinking liquid in the nose. All right. If
I need
anybody,
to get that. That will get it in the lungs.
oh, you know where to get it?
On your website, what's it again?
I'll be glad to type it in. SHIVALIFESTYLE.com.
Shiva Lifestyle.
That's supposed to all be connected.
One word, yeah.
Yeah, let me correct it.
So, with the nebulizer, you have to dilute the Orin? I don't think you do, right?
What's the question?
When you use the nebulizer, do you have to dilute the
No.
No, right? He used 100%, right?
Yes.
Whether it's age or evolved or fresh.
Use 100%, whether you dilute it or not, that's up to you.
Okay.
I feel like the air would kind of dilute it a little bit. I don't know.
It might dilute it. We're talking about tiny particulate sizes that can, penetrate mucous membranes and fascia of the skin. The other thing you can use if you had to is one of these with the pump top.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
All right, you can get these pretty much anywhere on the internet.
The pump top.
If you just want to get the smell of it, cotton balls under the nose. What else we got going on here?
I like that little pump spray.
Oh.
Yeah, I want one of those too.
And
That's the pump. That's the plunger type. This is the other version, which you have, right?
Hmm.
right.
That's a spray tip, and that's a pump.
Yeah, the pump is better, I think, obviously.
For that use.
Yeah.
You can also use this for ears.
Oh.
Okay. Any one of these will work with your imagination. And then there's the drinking up the nose. Oh my God. I got to do a demo just to see if I still have it in me. I feel like I've got to practice what I preach. So what
You better practice what you preach.
Come on, this is Piss Church. We have to get
Yay, it's Piss Church.
Now get an amen, brother.
Urine. We'll make you free.
So sometimes Samuel says put some in your mouth first so that there's like it hits up against that and you're going to make sure it goes straight up. That's up to you. And excuse me, the trick is not fast snorting, fast nose drinking. It's in just allowing it to flow up without force, without trying to push it. I'll demonstrate. Let's see if it works right. Are you getting it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
There it goes.
So when Samuel asked me to demonstrate in front of him, I felt like, oh my God, I'm in front of the guru. And I had it dripping out of my nose. Says, oh, you'll get it in time. Just keep practicing. So, any questions?
Nope.
So when you're ready to go to that extent, find some place over a sink, over the bathtub, or outdoors, and just take your time with it.
Okay.
Like I said, if you go slower, you're likely to take more of it in than it dripping out of your nose. Okay, let's pull out the book. We're going to go over to section 10, page 114. You guys use essential oils at all?
Yeah.
Do you use a diffuser or a nebulizer?
No, I just put them in my hair.
Okay, so there's a picture there of a diffuser. And the folks who use essential oil, what they do is they put it, there's a little container or a well when you take the top off, they put their essential oil in. And the whole idea is to send this into small particles around the air to take out airborne contaminants and particulates. But that's not what we use it for. We use it for diffusing urine. Now, if you got one like this, these are way cool. I've got one right now. It's got a switch that puts on different colored lights. And so the thing changes colors. And after a while, when it goes neutral, the gold from the urine turns the glass gold, a yellow golden color.
Ooh.
That's just for giggles, just so you'll know that. Okay. So this is all I had for a while to demonstrate for a while until someone told me about the nebulizer, the handheld version. The difference being this has a mesh, some kind of mesh screen inside that makes it even smaller. And this is cool because look, no power cord, take it anywhere. Right? You can use it for your mouth, your nose, you can feather it over your eyes, you can exfoliate your skin, you can do all kinds of cool stuff, but some people like to use it for inserting it up the nose because they feel that's easier for them. Any questions about nebulizers, respirators, diffusers?
No, it looks like one of those vapes that everyone carries around. You could fit in. Nobody has to know.
No. And maybe somebody's invented a vape that you can vape urine. Has anybody done that?
Oh,
Because I live in Hawaii. There's a lot of guys that are addicted to these vapes, right? And they look like a
yeah.
chimney smoking one after another. And they're feeling guilty about it because they're like turning away from people while they're puffing on.
Oh, those ones I probably have weed in them. You could tell when somebody's like trying to hide it or yeah.
So,
Or urine and they're trying to be discreet.
all right, I don't want people to know I'm vaping urine out in the public.
Yeah.
That was so funny. That's funny. All right. So, and you can use a dropper bottle. That takes us to page 18, 118. Urine injections. What comes to your mind when you hear about shooting up with piss?
Doctors.
In what way? Please explain.
That would expect. Well, injection meaning someone's going to inject you with Urine, right? I would expect
Yes,
that someone with a licensed doctor, more honest medical doctor, would be the one that would do the injections.
possibly. There are all alternatives out there, and I'll explain in just a minute.
Alrighty then.
And there may be some in your town.
Alrighty then.
All righty then, said the man with a reverse baseball cap.
That's right.
Very nice. So, urine injections are usually something that people use in an emergency or 911 situation, life-threatening situations. Someone might have an anaphylactic shock, passes out, have seizures, have a hard time with equilibrium and balance, or have a heart attack, go into shock, have too much anxiety. Well, what people found is that the moment you inject it, most people inject it in the butt muscle or the thigh, usually in the glutes. Within a matter of minutes, everything's corrected. Within a matter of minutes, people come back to consciousness. The shock ends. The heart comes to normalize. And that's the fastest way, even faster than drinking it, for people who need to get it directly into their bloodstream. And my son out there in North Carolina, he's the admin for the Urine Therapy Injections Telegram group. If you ever want to learn about his journey, what kind of needles, what his recommendations are, he was nice enough to document it.
Yeah, for sure. You send a link or yeah.
Okay, let me write this down. Maria, you want the link too?
Yeah, he needs to like write a book about it.
Well, his hands are full right now. I don't know if Telegram link to Dario and Maria. Okay, so that's what this is all about. I don't hear a lot of people in the worldwide community talking about this, which I think they should, because they're going to run into people that are in these conditions, and they want to know how to teach them or treat them. Now, I don't know what the odds are, unless you're really into this water therapy like I am, to have some stored around wherever you are, in your car, in your backpack, in your glove box, in your hip pack, wherever you are, you have it around, right? So if you're in a situation and somebody's hurting and scratched and burnt and having a tough time, and they allow you to apply it on them, you can apply it on them. And I don't know how many people carry a needle and a syringe with them all the time. So, I mean, you'd have to have a needle, a syringe, and urine on you if this situation ever happens. But it's good to know about this. Whether you guys ever decide you want to experiment on you, that's up to you. So, Dario, back to you said you got to have a license or a medical doctor or somebody to do the injections. Well, what I found when I was in Boulder, Colorado, is there are these former nurses that give IV shots to their patients. Vitamin C, glutathione, B vitamins. You've heard of these kind of places in town. Well, these are private nurses that are no longer in practice, but they got into IV shots for people by word of mouth. And if you could find one of those that are a urine therapy practitioner, or who's got an open enough mind to do these injections, that would be a candidate.
Canada. Okay.
So that's possible.
So how long, because with the IV injection, like I've had that done, like, with vitamin C, with DMSO, and what have you, right? So when they did the injection, I was sitting down for like an hour. So how long would the therapy last with urine?
That would be a question for Matt.
A question for Matt, okay?
So the question is, how long would you be dripping it?
Yeah.
Is it a drip or through a hypodermic needle?
Well, it was a drip.
Okay.
They took a needle and then they turned it into, they took the vein, and they inserted it into the vein, and once they did that, yeah, they just walk away, and then an hour later they come back.
Okay, so how long would drip feed last?
I would imagine depending on how much that they would want in the system, right? So
Yeah, and it's a great question because most people stick it in their glutes. So you're talking about
the IV, right? The IV, the injection. Not injection. Injection, it goes into the gluteal.
the needle stays in place,
Right here, right? Like in your vein, right?
right? And they tape it on,
Tip it on, exactly.
and they adjust the
with the bag, right?
quantity of in the drip.
Exactly.
Okay.
Whether fast, slow, or medium, right?
Yeah, that might be a question for Matt. That might be a question for the research team with Dr. Group and the others that we've been working on the project. I'll ask them.
Okay.
Let me make a note of this. Ask Chitta, ask UT research team.
Because I know a couple of naturopaths, right? So
Yeah.
and I think they're kind of open. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be and I'm going to be seeing two of them on Friday. So yeah, and they both know that I do I'm drinking the urine, right?
Mhm.
So yeah,
How they feel about that?
her first reaction was, she sent me a text, and it was all like, what account of people vomiting, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? We're all vomiting. Other people were neutral, right? So there's a bit of mixed.
Yeah.
So
You'll find that with all kinds of people and you get used to it.
oh, I know, I'm used to it as yeah, I'm used to it, but just to see their reaction, right?
Okay. Let me just read one more two things about injections, then we're going to move on to the next thing. There's an American doctor named Dr. William Hitt. If you haven't heard of that name, you're hearing about him now. He ran a clinic in Mexico and he treated over 20,000 patients over a 2-year period with these injections. Very high success rate. Nobody's told me if he's still in practice or if he's still alive.
And he treated everything, or did he specialize with cancer or with?
That's a good question. I'd have to do a deeper research.
Okay.
All I know is he was known for treating all these people with injections and they were getting better.
Okay.
These patients had included, here we go, diagnosed with cancer, asthma, heart, and other diseases, along with patients affected with severe alcoholism, drug, smoking addiction. And for the people in the United States, I'm seeing people recover from pornography addiction, sex addiction, and internet addiction. Addiction is addiction is addiction. It overrides our rational mind and we find ourselves behaving in a certain way and then we feel terrible about it. So we got to, clear it out of our chemistry, out of our brain and out of our intent. I mean, if your intention is to walk away from these things, you can, but it takes willpower. Dr. Hitt had such great success with his clients with no side effects from using Urine injections for addictive disorders and also in combination with prescription drugs. Right? So even those people do even the drugs. Lab testing showed that the amount of drugs or contaminants passed into urine was so small that they pose no threat, in fact, appear to act as auto-vaccine agents and improve and cure these types of disorders.
That should be on the CBS News.
Yeah, wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah.
Any questions about injections, and is that something you would do?
Maybe in the future. It was hard for me to just sit through discussing it just now, but I did it. So that's step one.
When?
Just now, just discussing it, like I get like faint when I think about needles. So
Yeah. How do you feel like someone else would inject you?
I wouldn't do it. I'll do like everything healthy, preventative. Um, maybe one day, but I still have a lot of other steps I could take before that. So,
Okay. I would say sit with it, feel it out, and ask yourself, what are you afraid of?
yeah, I could see myself being that person that goes to people's houses to help them do it one day, but as of right now, that's a lot for me.
Okay. Yeah. All it is mind talking resistance because one day is not on the calendar. I'm just talking to myself here. That one day is always like away, 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 and it never gets here. So it's just a metaphor for everything else in life that you're resisting.
Hmm.
I didn't mean to get really deep with you, so
Tough stuff. That's okay. I needed it. It's all good.
This is just the thing when you live at the soul place, or what people call the deep waters, that's where you come from. That's how you talk. This is your heart language. So I don't have the filters. I say all kinds of things to people, ready or not, here comes.
It's good.
So it makes for a good counselor. All right, any questions about the injection part? I will be sending you Matt's Telegram link when I get a chance. All right, number 13, you've already seen the demo goggles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you have some, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you try it?
Can you
Oh yeah.
demonstrate,
I
Araya?
did it.
That's good.
I got the glass eye cup, so it feels like I'm at a spa. I got the 2-pack and I just lay back with them.
Okay.
But on the go, the goggles are the way.
The goggles are great. So
Yeah.
you got to feel like, filling them both sides and then yeah.
It's funny.
You're walking around your bathroom going, I think I saw a fish. This is strange water world.
Aquaman.
Aquaman. So that's a picture of George Johnson, and he's the one who gave us the idea. That's the man right there. Did I tell you a little bit about him? He's a guy who was putting Shivambu publicly. He wrote Shivambu is life at the entranceway to Yellowstone National Park. He has Shivambu abbreviated as his car license plate, and he's going around wearing Shivambu tie-dye shirts. And I had no idea who this guy was, and he shows up in the worldwide community, and all of a sudden, he's a rock star. That's George Johnson. Next page is tongue cleaners. There's 2 types. There's maybe more.
Yeah, I haven't done the tongue cleaning. I should. There's so many things to try. Oh, God.
There are.
Yeah.
There are, and there's new ones being discovered all the time. So you got one that has teeth on the edge, the one you get from Ayurvedic practitioners, and then you get these freebies from the dentist that might have a little edge to it, but you dip it in the Oran, and if you got film on your tongue, scrape it off.
I'm gonna be doing that right away. As soon as I'm finished here, gonna go into the bathroom. I'm gonna with the tongue cleaning.
Excellent. Any questions about that?
No.
No.
All right. Who feels like doing some reading?
I do.
All right. Section 15. The belly button.
Perhaps you may have thought why we would put Orin. Same idea applies to essential oils in or on the belly button. Our navel nabi
Nadi. Yeah.
is an amazing nabi. It's an amazing gift that our creator has given us. According to science, the first part that takes form after conception is the navel. After it is created, it joins the mother's placenta through the umbilical cord. Our navel is surely an amazing thing. All our veins are connected to our navel, which makes it the focal point of our body.
Keep going.
The belly button is life itself. Can you pronounce this one?
Yeah, Pichati.
Pichoti. The pichoti, the bit that is left over after the umbilicus has been cut at birth, is behind the navel, which has more than 72,000 veins. The total amount of blood vessels we have in our body is equal to double the circumference of the earth.
And
Well,
all
it
that's
seems that in Ayurveda,
it goes twice around the
the belly
earth.
button is used as a portal
Amazing. Keep going.
to deliver nutrients or medicine to the body. Now we know that all humans have a belly button unless you are born with an umbilical hernia and have to have it surgically repaired, leaving you without the navel. But every mammal has belly buttons. Kangaroos, platypuses are without belly buttons. Oh, dolphins are not. Dolphins are not without belly buttons?
They have belly buttons.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Belly buttons accumulate a lot of bugs. Some 24,000 different species have been found lurking in the navel, and everyone's belly button bugs are a different composition. Navel lint is a gross mix of fibers, hairs, and dead skin cells. You may be wondering how the belly button is so powerful. It's all about location, location, location. The belly button is near the center of your abdomen and around your center of gravity, third chakra, center core. Your what is it, solar plexus?
Yes.
It sits over your intestines and major lymph nodes and blood vessels. It is near your vagus nerve, which is responsible for the rest and digestion functions of the body.
Okay, so this is an often overlooked protocol in our community. So it deserved to be written about and discussed, and I've been posting about it for a couple years. So whenever you get a chance, get your cotton ball, washcloth, whatever, soak it and leave it in there for a little bit. And even if you're like in the shower or around the house, I mean, you can use this. You can use this guy for rolling it in. So experiment and invite your belly button to be part of your lifestyle, your protocol lifestyle. Any questions about your belly button?
No.
Sweet.
Well, how long to leave it in? Just it doesn't matter. I know it doesn't really matter, but like,
What's
yeah.
your intuition tell you?
Well, maybe 5 minutes. I guess that's my first instinct.
Yeah, I would say depending on how patient someone is, it could be 5 minutes to 30 minutes.
Okay.
Most people are just going to lay down and just, work on something other than more
Yeah.
moving and give it a chance to go even deeper and deeper into this 72,000 veins. That's got to help a lot of things.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So experiment that. And there's also reflexology points in there.
Yeah, like the meridian points.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where they all are, but that's like a major one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the last two paragraphs, I'll read these kind of quickly here. Your navel can detect which veins have dried up, and by putting on or in those nerves, open up. Applying them in the navel heals the dryness of the eyes, poor vision, pancreas, heals, chapped lips, keeps the face bright, the hair healthier, knee pain, chills, lethargy, pain in the joints, and dry skin. And what I didn't mention here, and I can see the benefits of this, how it helps the nervous system and the adrenal glands for all the intersections of all the circuitry that goes to where all these veins go.
Wow.
Have you guys noticed over the last days, weeks, months that you've been practicing Urine therapy that you're more steady and more resilient when things would normally trigger you or challenge you?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, yeah.
Good. That's a great benefit, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. So, yeah, that makes you bulletproof.
I noticed that soon after I drank the first urine. Right away I noticed what about this is different, right? And that's what I realized, right? It's like it makes me more calm or just more aware or yeah, just by drinking it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of ounces I think I drank, and that was it. Not like I drank like 8 or 16 ounces, but just a little bit that I did drink, I noticed that. So
Well, I'm glad you said that and you shared that with us, because the people who are going to watch this recording oftentimes don't look at the subtle things that have changed from drinking it like day one. Until you point it out, with a lot of things in life, until you point something out, oftentimes it's subtle, so subtle that people miss it. So if you ask them, have you noticed that your emotions are calmer? Have you noticed that you're more centered? Have you noticed that life is easier for you? And they go, oh, yeah, yeah. Well, wonder why that is.
hmm.
So, I give praise to this water every day because it's a lifesaver, it's a life changer, and there's no telling where this will take us. Some people took the red pill, some people took the blue pill. We took the
Exactly.
we took the golden pill.
Exactly.
It's continuing waking us up. So
Wow.
these are some of the benefits on page 128. Some of the benefits from using the belly button soak. So when you get a chance, you can read through that. Colds, flus, fertility, joint pains, menstrual cramps, stomach, bloating, nausea, blood flow, constipation, relaxing the arteries, the veins, hydrates, moistens, keeps intestines moving, removing harmful bacteria, removes excess water, salts, toxins, overweight, blood pressure, and digestion. And it's great for treating allergic reactions. Any questions or comments about your navel base?
Hmm.
Take a breath. We got about 23 minutes. Evolutionary Urine. Why do you think I changed the term from aged and aging to evolutionary and evolving Urine?
It makes more sense. Aging sounds like decaying, evolving sounds like adding to vitality.
Exactly. When people hear the word aged and aging, they think in terms of their health or lack of health or declining years or lack of power, potency, and et cetera, et cetera. But evolving sounds like it's a maturing, growing, and regeneration that's ongoing. And so weave it into your conversations when you think about it. So that first part of that chapter explains what we already explained to each other. Here's a little write-up about it from Monica Shute. Ever heard of Monica Shute?
No.
She
What does
was
she do?
she's a urine therapy teacher of 20 something years, and she was like our our poster child. She was this ageless beauty from Costa Rica. She's from America, but her and her husband kept moving places. So she was filming from Costa Rica, and she never appeared to age. And she always had a great attitude. She was very loving in her writings. And right now, I think her and her husband are in southern Thailand. They just opened a raw vegan restaurant.
Wow.
But she was posting a lot of content over the years. You can find her on YouTube and Facebook, and she was admin for several groups. She's just now coming back in the scene, and this is a writing from Monica. So I just want to honor her real quick here. Orin is considered aged or made more powerful from 4 days of incubation. Now, this was the measurement that John W. Armstrong came up with in 1944. Orin contains stem cells that multiply by the trillions when it's left alone to incubate for days, months, or years. Now, that question came up on social media a couple days ago. They said, won't the stem cells die when they leave your body or you've got them storing? I said, no, the nature of these stem cells is continual regeneration. They are part of the life that consists with all these 5,000 nutrients.
Mm.
And so, there's a lot of myths and misconceptions about our water. And so I've been helping people to demystify these things.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I'm curious about blood because like for when you donate it, they have to refrigerate it and they're like after 48 days it goes bad. So like there's some blood coming into my urine. I'm like I don't know if I want to evolve that or just like not just like drink that one fresh. I don't know.
Um, Considering that they're not really a trustworthy system, the medical profession, I wouldn't be surprised if they tell people it goes bad in 2 days and they put it back on the market or they sell it to the
True.
black marketers.
yeah, probably.
Hard to say. But we're dealing with only
Yeah.
one component of the blood system, which is the plasma.
Yeah.
And people donate blood. It's not necessarily the plasma, is it? Or is it red blood cells? And
Yeah, the blood cells is what I'm talking about. I know the plasma is fine and can evolve and everything, but I'm talking about like the actual blood cells. Like, because some of that during the time of the month goes into the blood plasma. And so I'm just like, I don't know if I should not let that one evolve. If there could be like bacteria growth because of the blood cells in there. I don't know.
Yeah, good question. That would be a question to ask Megan and Dr. Group from all our, guys that have the electron microscopes and laboratories. They would know that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Here's a tip from Monica. Place a bucket or wide open container in the same room with hot water in it and drizzle a bit of bleach on top, and it works like a charm to get rid of the bad smell in the whole area of the room for a few days. I've never tried that, but that was one of her suggestions. Or let it out gas and let it evaporate over time and then use it.
Yeah, after I spray the Evolved, about like 10 minutes later, it doesn't have a smell anymore. And I know because the people I hang out with would tell me if I did smell, but they're like, "Oh, you smell good." I'm like, "Huh, I just sprayed pee on me."
Yeah, who knew? Who knew?
You should make a commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do some more urine commercials. I love it. There have two students. I think it's on my YouTube channel. This one gal from California. She's holding up the bottle and she's talking in her sexiest voice about the water. So good for you. It makes you feel so good, and you just kind of have it. You need to rub it on your body and pour it in your hair. And she did a really good job of it. I don't know if she's trying to make it look sexy, but it turned out that way.
Nice.
So yeah, if you have any of these creative ideas, like the guy who's working with me to put a children's book together, run them over to me. Let's see what we can produce together. Because this urine therapy movement offers a whole lot of creative things that haven't even been developed yet. It's wide open for you to tap into your creative juices and see what you can come up with.
I came up with that we are Fruit Loops. Do you want to know why we're Fruit Loops?
Why are we Fruit Loops?
Because we're looping fruit. That makes us Fruit Loops.
Okay. You're a fruity looper.
Yes, I'm a Fruit Loop.
Okay, somebody asked a question, is it okay to boil your urine? And my answer is no, because after so many years of studying enzymes and the life of food and plant food, being on a plant-based diet all these many years, that if you heat anything over 15 degrees, you're going to kill the enzymes and the vitality of the plant. And so I tell people, don't boil your urine. I mean, that's up to you. You can't stop people. And there was, we had a Shivambu Wellness Retreat in Portland, Oregon back in 2021. And Matt shows up the next day. We stayed at a friend's house before going back and forth to retreat. And I woke up and he's boiling urine on a saucepan on the stove. He says, come on over here. We're going to put a sheet over your head and you put your head underneath it like you're in a sauna. And it worked. It was great, but I wouldn't normally suggest that. So as you can see, people are very imaginative in this community. So as a general rule of thumb, when somebody asks that, I would say no.
Yeah, I think it's like 118 degrees.
Yeah, that's a little too much.
Yeah, just like anything that would be too hot for us to tolerate out in the sun.
Yep. People ask, what are the sediments that you find in your urine? What's that white stuff that looks like floating kombucha mushroom? Or that it's along the bottom of the jar? Do you know what to tell them?
White blood cells?
What else?
Well, Arnold Ehret said that white blood cells are actually mucus.
I would like to know where he came up with that.
Yeah.
You should look at an anatomy of, urine.
Well, it's stem cells. Stem cells, antibodies, and concentrated nutrients. But if people are expecting it to be clear every time and they see sediment floating in it, it's no cause for concern or to throw it out. If anything, I'd either stir it up or strain it out, but I wouldn't toss it out. I think this is the visual part that throws people off.
Yeah.
According to Monica Schucci says, it only smells bad when the body and the diet are not cleaned properly. Hers took a long time to get a beautiful clean state, and it happened after several short and long fasts and avoiding cooked food. She now eats mostly fruits, 100% raw and natural from nature and their natural state. So she say it's from poor diet choices. And there's some truth in that. All right, Orin bath. Anybody try one yet?
Nope.
That is an abundance of urine.
Yeah, you got to really be storing it up because you're looking at 8 gallons.
8 gallons, wow.
To submerge your body where it's at least above your torso, even when you're sitting up in the bathtub. And there are people in this community who have redwood tubs in their backyard, and when they finish with the Shivambu bath, they cover it up and they leave it and they let it sit out there maturing for the next bath. Right?
Goals.
And as long as you have the right attitude, not thinking, well, it's getting old. Wouldn't that mean it's getting worse? It's deteriorating. No, it's a life force, and it doesn't do that. But our mind interprets it that way.
Yeah.
See how well we're programmed?
Oh, you're totally brainwashed.
Yeah.
We're
Trust me.
totally.
Yeah, totally.
So did I tell you about this guy who's got this hot tub that heats up the water without plumbing or electricity?
Oh, I've seen those.
Yeah,
Like
he's got
the
a tub that holds two people, and there's two holes at the top and the bottom of the side of the tub. The top hole, a tube comes out, it it rolls around in a coil, it forms this coil, right? And then it ends up at the bottom of the hole, going back into the bottom of the tank. So what the coils are, inside the coils is a fire chamber where fire is burning. So as the water comes through the top of the of the tank, it goes through the coils, it heats up, and then the hot urine or hot water goes in and joins the rest of the water, and that's how they heat up the tank. Isn't that pretty fascinating? They're not using plumbing and they're not using electricity.
genius.
And this guy was such a genius, he even took it one step further. He found a way that he could collapse the tub, put it in a carrying case with all the coils, and people could take it camping.
Wow.
So I'd like to collaborate something with him. That would be awesome. Any questions about a bath?
No,
If,
but I have
if
to
you,
go soon. I have to be leaving in about
10 minutes.
5 minutes, 10 minutes. Yeah.
5 minutes. Okay. All right. Get in the habit of treating, and we're going to quit on this one right here. Get in the habit of treating, keeping your urine container around somewhere. So any kind of skin condition that comes up for you, it could be a cut, it could be a scratch, it could be a sunburn, it could be a third-degree burn, it could be a liver spot, a mole, a pimple, it could be anything. Get used to pulling it out and using it.
Mhm.
Yeah, the
This,
stem cells, because they're empty cells that will just form to heal whatever it is that
yeah,
they're addressed to. Yeah.
and it happens rather quickly, 3, 4 days. You got a new skin cells, you got new skin. And this is one of the things you can carry. I keep this in my hip pack. Any of these things that you see, and you keep them everywhere. Keep your cotton balls everywhere. If you don't got anything, this in a washcloth, you always got your hand.
Hmm.
So every time I see you guys, I'm going to look and see how beautiful your skin is.
It's evolving.
You're evolving, you're getting younger, you're getting stronger, you're getting sexier, you're getting more vibrant. Get used to it.
Absolutely.
So why would anybody walk away from this if they had like the key to radiant health? It's the unlearning that we're going through in humanity. This is what A Course in Miracles teaches. We're unlearning all the programming and all the belief systems that we inherited without our consent. So to be able to clear your mind of all these ideas, wow, that's liberating.
Yeah.
I have that book. Have you read the whole thing? That's a lot.
Which
It's
book?
like that's like a Bible, The Course in Miracles.
Oh yeah, I'm still a student. I started in 1980.
Wow. Have you read it all?
All of it.
Wow.
And I read it from time to time. The passages always drop into my mind when I'm talking to somebody. Uh, yeah, to be a lifetime student of A Course in Miracles is you're a whole new person.
That's some advanced stuff. Yeah.
And some people couldn't stand it because they thought it was too mental, or they thought it was. I sent little snippets to my brother who became a born again Christian, and he was telling me that I've gone to the devil because A Course in Miracles is not from Christ, and I was sending him, quotes from the Course in Miracles. It didn't go over too well. You got to find the truth wherever you can find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might just start flipping to random pages in there because it's like I started at the beginning. It's a lot. do
Yeah.
like a tarot card reading with it.
Yeah, go through the workbook, go through the teacher's book, teacher's guide, go through the lessons, and each one will it'll speak to you exactly where you are at that moment in time.
Yeah, that always happens.
Yeah, good books are like that. So our next class is scheduled on the 16th. Save the link. The link will still be good. Next time we get together, we're going to start with compresses and body wraps. Let's see, that's class number, what, 4? So we're going to finish up all the protocols and move into how to design general treatment suggestions for people.
Okay.
So you get to study that list from Cohen Vanderkroon, and it was well done. I only put in the most popular ones on the list. So if you don't see all of them, all the kinds of health conditions and diseases, that's why. So Dario, you look like you're ready to bolt.
Yeah, that's. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
This will be recorded and posted, so you'll get a copy of the link.
Excellent.
Do you guys
Awesome.
have a service, a product, or something that you market that you would like to get supported?
My therapeutic LEDs. Was nothing to do with aura and therapy, but anyways.
Is it something you produce, or are you an affiliate?
Well, I have a manufacturer in China that makes my LEDs.
And they do the fulfillment for you and all that?
No, I have my own website and
Okay.
LEDs to, people with skin conditions, mostly musculoskeletal conditions. So
All right. I thought I'd ask. Any last questions or comments before we close the class?
Nope.
nope.
Okay, well, keep doing this the rest of the day.
Breathe.
Get in a bunch of hugs and walk barefoot, and you'll be just fine.
There you go.
All right.
Absolutely.
We're going to sign off for now. Araya, if you want to stay a little longer and ask questions, you're welcome to. And Dario, have an awesome day.
Yes, I'll have an awesome day, and same to you. Have an awesome day, Brother Sage, and same to you, Aria. Have a nice day.
Bye, Dario.
Ciao.
See you next class.
Okay, ciao.
Aloha.